Welcome to Barbara's Bulletin, the podcast where we bring you the latest news and updates from around the world. We have a lot of ground to cover, so let's dive right in. We're starting with a story that's been making headlines in recent days. The White House has defended a U.S. admiral's decision to conduct multiple strikes on an alleged Venezuelan drug-smuggling vessel in September. According to reports, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth authorized the strikes, which included a second attack aimed at killing 2 survivors from the initial strike. The incident has raised questions about the legality of targeting survivors, and some critics have expressed concerns about the potential consequences of such actions. The Washington Post reported that Hegseth had given an order to kill everybody on the boat, although U.S. President Donald Trump has since denied that this was the case. In a statement, the White House said that the admiral's decision was lawful and authorized by Hegseth. However, the incident is still under investigation, and many questions remain unanswered. The U.S. has been increasing pressure on Venezuela in recent months, with a major naval buildup in the Caribbean and multiple strikes against suspected drug vessels. As we continue to follow this story, it's essential to consider the complexities of international relations and the potential implications of military actions. We'll be keeping a close eye on developments and bringing you updates as more information becomes available. We'll be right back with more of today's top news on Barbara's Bulletin. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. We're diving into a complex and intriguing story that has been unfolding in the world of international crime and law enforcement. The son of notorious Mexican drug lord Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, Joaquin Guzman Lopez, has pleaded guilty in a U.S. drug trafficking case. This development comes after his brother, Ovidio Guzman Lopez, struck a similar deal earlier this year. According to reports, Guzman Lopez was detained in July 2024 after landing in a private plane in the El Paso area, along with Mexican drug kingpin Ismael El Mayo Zambada. It's alleged that Guzman Lopez lured Zambada to the U.S., which is being seen as a significant coup for American authorities. The case highlights the ongoing efforts of law enforcement agencies to combat the flow of illicit drugs into the United States. Fentanyl overdoses have become a major concern, with the drug being a leading cause of death for Americans between the ages of 18 and 45. Guzman Lopez's guilty plea is part of a larger narrative involving the Sinaloa cartel and its key players. His father, El Chapo, was extradited to the U.S. in 2017 and is currently serving a life sentence in a maximum security prison. As we continue to follow this story, it's essential to consider the complexities of international crime and the challenges faced by law enforcement agencies in their efforts to disrupt and dismantle criminal organizations. The implications of Guzman Lopez's plea are still unfolding, with potential repercussions for the Sinaloa cartel and its operations. We will be keeping a close eye on developments and providing updates as more information becomes available. Welcome back to Barbara's Bulletin. As we wrap up today's show, we're taking a closer look at the escalating tensions between the United States and Venezuela. According to recent reports, U.S. President Donald Trump has been ramping up pressure on Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, with the U.S. considering him an illegitimate leader. The situation has become increasingly complex, with the U.S. conducting strikes against alleged drug-smuggling boats in the Caribbean and Pacific, resulting in the deaths of at least 83 people. The Trump administration has also designated a group known as Cartel de los Soles, which allegedly includes Maduro, as a foreign terrorist organization. In response to these developments, Maduro has sworn absolute loyalty to the Venezuelan people, speaking to a crowd outside the presidential palace in Caracas. He was accompanied by top officials, including his wife and Interior Minister Diosdado Cabello. It's worth noting that the U.S. has been weighing various options to address the situation in Venezuela, with some reports suggesting that Trump may be considering military action. However, it's essential to remember that any such actions would have significant implications for the region and the global community. As we strive to provide a balanced perspective on this story, it's crucial to acknowledge the complexities and nuances involved. The situation in Venezuela is multifaceted, with various factors at play, including political, economic, and social considerations. In conclusion, the tensions between the US and Venezuela continue to escalate, with both sides taking firm stances. As the situation unfolds, it's essential to remain informed and engaged, considering multiple perspectives and sources. That's all for today's Barbara's Bulletin. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, stay engaged.